Good evening. My name is Hafeez Alexander Schmidt, and I'll be presenting about the factors that influence the purchase intentions of consumers purchasing over-the-top streaming platforms. The presentation outline is introduction, literature review, methodology, analysis, and discussion. So background, ever since COVID-19, there's been a surge of users using streaming platforms around the world. This can be attributed to many factors such as behaviors, to cost, and even boredom. As the usage of streaming platform arises, the usage of traditional cable TV decreases, a trend that is reflected worldwide, particularly in developed countries. Thus, there is a need for studies on how and what factors affect the growing trend of increasing streaming platform viewership. My research problem: to investigate and identify the factors that affect consumer purchasing intentions when purchasing streaming platforms. My research questions and objectives. Research questions: how does variety of content influence consumer purchasing over-the-top media subscription? Research question 2: how does user convenience influence consumer purchasing in over-the-top media subscription? Research question 3: how does advertisement influence consumer purchasing over-the-top media subscription? Research objectives. Research objective 1: to identify if variety of content influences consumer purchasing over-the-top media in Malaysia. Research objective 2: to identify if user convenience influence consumer purchasing over-the-top media in Malaysia. Research objective 3: to identify if advertisement influences consumer purchasing over-the-top media in Malaysia. My framework and hypothesis: variety of shows, convenience, advertisement affecting consumer purchasing intention. These are my variety of show, convenience, and advertisement are my independent variables, and consumer purchasing intentions are my dependent variables. My hypothesis: there is a positive correlation between convenience and consumer purchasing intention. Hypothesis 2: there is a positive relationship between consumer purchasing intention and variety of content. Hypothesis 3: there is a relationship between advertisement and consumer purchasing intentions. Research method: population and sampling. My population is Selangor. The sample is 384, and I use Kirchi and Morgan table to identify this. Summary of measurements: consumer purchasing intention has 5 items and the alpha of 887. Variety of content have 5 items and the alpha of 0.0804. Convenience has 5 items and alpha of 0.891. Advertisement has 5 items and an alpha of 0.872. Data analysis. Respondents profile. For gender, the male category frequency is 72 or 54.1%, and the female is 61 or 45.9%. For salary category, 1001 to 2000 is 66.6%, 2001 to 3000 frequency is 9.8%, 3001 to 4000 is 22.3%, 4001 to 5000 is 0.8%, and 5000 over is 1.5%, and the others are 18.8%. For education, the frequency for SPM is 15%, SCPM 15%, diploma 23.3%, degree is 42.9%, master's is 2.3%, and PhD is 0.8%. For age, the frequency is 92.5%, 30 to 39 is 1.5%, 40 to 49 is 6.0%. For occupation, working is 19.5%, studying is 60.9%, employment is 9.0%, and part-time work is 10.5%. For favorite streaming platform, YouTube Premium is 21.1%, Amazon Prime is 3.0%, Netflix is 68.4%, and the others are rated as 7.5%. Descriptive analysis. Consumer purchasing intention has a mean of 4.0692, as the standard deviation is 0.79126, min is 2.0, and max is 5.0. Variety of content. Mean is 4.0872, standard deviation is 0.76052, Mean is 1.80 and max is 5.0. Convenience has a mean of 4.5068, standard deviation of 0.59775, mean of 2.0, and a max of 5.0. Advertisement has a mean of 4.0, a standard deviation of 0.77381, a mean of 1.8, and a max of 5. Reliability test. Consumer purchasing intention is 5 items and reliability of 0.887. A variety of content has 5 items and a reliability of 0.804. Convenience has 5 items and reliability of 8.891. Advertisement is 5 items and reliability of 0.872. Correlation. CPI has a correlation with VOC 0.535. CPI has the correlation of CON 0.590 and AD 0.719. CPI being consumer purchasing intention, VOC being variety of content, CON being convenience, and AD being advertisement. Regression analysis model summary. R square is 0.593, adjusted square is 0.583, and estimate standard deviation error of an estimate is 0.51085. Regression analysis ANOVA table. Regression is 48.979, residual is 33.664, and total is 82.644. F is 62.562, and significance is 0. Hypothesis testing. Variety of content to CPI, consumer purchasing intention. T is 0.547, p-value is 0.585, thus the decision is that it's not supported. Convenience to consumer purchasing intention is 0.300, 4.394, and 0.0, thus the decision is supported. AD to CPI, advertisement to consumer purchasing intention, standard coefficient is 0.547, T statistics is 7.474, and p-value is 0.000. Thus, the decision is supported, with advertisement to consumer purchasing intention being the most significant. Discussion. Based on the results, it can be concluded that convenience has a high effect on consumer purchasing intention. This is because consumer purchasing intention has been affected by convenience for multiple researches done on it, has shown that convenience does have a role in attracting consumers to buy or to think of purchasing something, especially on a study done by music streaming platforms. Variety of content is rejected and can be concluded to have no effect on consumer purchasing intention as seen by other studies done on the subject. Variety of content, according to many research done before in the past, does not seem has a neutral role. Some research says that it is affecting consumer purchasing intentions, and some research says that it's not affecting. Because the T and P value of variety of content is the T and P value of variety of content is over or below the limitation set by statisticians, the variety of content is thus rejected for this study. Advertisement is accepted as it has a high correlation and effect on consumer purchasing behavior. This is because, consumer purchasing intention. Advertisement has a high effect on consumer purchasing intention because advertisement is the main influencer of consumer purchasing intention. Many consumers trust advertisements, especially advertisements from a trusted source. Thus, from all the research done on this, it can be concluded that advertisement is in fact a variable that affects consumer purchasing intention. Conclusion, people view online streaming platforms every day, from streaming content to watching movies and favorite TV series. Online streaming platforms have never been as popular as they are today. Now, practically every country in the world is connected somewhere to the internet, with more and more users signing up every day. The findings of these studies can be utilized by the streaming platform companies to enhance their sales and marketing on how to attract more customers to their streaming platforms. They can also use this design research to create strategies in which they can implement to attract more consumers. Thank you.